You are listening to the Proverbs for Living a Fulfilling Life podcast. Hi, this is your host, Dr. Rick Upchurch. These proverbs come from a lifetime of experience. My goal in sharing them with you is to help you avoid some of life's pitfalls and hopefully give you some tools to live a more fulfilling life. I hope you will ponder the proverb in this episode and take away something that you can use. Principle 1. All of life can be reduced to relationships. I feel very strongly about this. And I think it goes back to the foundation that really everything in our lives is connected. Examine the lives of key figures throughout history. Look at the plot line of bestsellers. Do the same thing for box office hits. What do they all have in common? And the answer is going to be relationships. There's not one area of life which is unaffected by relationships. Every part of our existence is connected to another person or persons. Sometimes that connection is deep, as between a parent and a child or between spouses. Other times it's hierarchical, as between a boss or an employee or between a teacher and a student. Other times it's service related, between a customer and a salesperson. It can even be casual, such as sitting next to a stranger on a plane. No matter the depth of the relationships, its existence as a relationship is unavoidable. Even if you were to somehow cut yourself off from all human contact, there would still be the relationship which is connected to your own self-concept. And let's not forget the most important relationship at all, our connection with God. My individuality is defined by my relationships. One person is described as grumpy because their interaction with other people is typified by their complaining attitude. Another person is described as generous because of their inclination to freely share what they have with other people or worthy causes. Think of the ways that you are described and the ways that you describe people, and you'll discover that most of them have to do with how they or you interact with others. Words like kind, loving, negative, hateful, rude, obnoxious, faithful, friendly, caring, sensitive, interesting, funny, cold, distant, shy, gregarious, outgoing, mean, spiteful. Most of our descriptors, which go beyond the physical characteristics, are expressions of who we are in relationship to others. We're designed to be in relationship. Our very nature demands contact from another from the very earliest days of our lives. In fact, accepting my need for relationships and actively engaging in building healthy relationships can contribute to my health. The opposite is also true. Poor relationships contribute to poor health and personal dysfunction. When we are nurtured and cared for by another, we increase and become whole persons ourselves. Relationships are our thermometer for spiritual health. The quality of our relationships with other people is a direct reflection of how much we love and honor God, regardless of what we say. Grudges, hatred, revenge are not part of kingdom living. 1 John 3:23 says, "And this is his command, to believe in the name of his Son Jesus Christ, and to love one another as he commanded us." Petty quarrels, arguments, hurtful comments, gossip, betrayal, all evidence disrespect for God because it disrespects those who are made in his image. When we have broken relationships with others, no amount of spirituality or religious behavior can overcome the loud noise of that broken relationship. God is interested in mercy, forgiveness, and love because he knows the opposites hurt no one more than it hurts ourselves. Letting go of the hurt may not be easy, but harboring the pain is like a cancer which eats at the soul, destroying all the healthy cells, relationships around us. Once we have confessed Jesus Christ as our Lord, there is nothing more important to God than how we treat each other. Let me repeat that. Once we have confessed Jesus Christ as Lord, there is nothing more important to God than how we treat each other. The challenge is to take the ownership for the quality of our relationships. Changing the world usually starts with changing me. And the greatest area in which I can make a change is for me to assume responsibility for the quality of my relationships. If they're poor, don't blame. Do something about it to make them better. If they're okay, figure out what I have to do to make them great. And if they're great, don't take them for granted. The greatest benefit or barriers to success lies in the area of being able to connect with people. I don't want to have to go into a grocery store, for instance, and see someone down the aisle and think, oh, I have a bad relationship with them, and see if I can avoid them. I want to be able to come into anyone's presence knowing that as far as it is in my ability, I have done all I can to be as truthful, honest, and upright in dealing with everyone. I want to maintain healthy, quality relationships. And so that's why I say everything in life can be reduced to relationships. And the quality of our relationships with each other reflects the quality of our relationship with God. I hope you find that to be true, and I hope that you will embrace that in your own life. Thanks for listening. Please subscribe to this podcast and leave a comment. I love reading fan comments. In every case, the information in these proverbs is merely the tip of the iceberg of information related to that specific topic. If you find that one or more of these particularly resonate with you, do a little research in the area, and I'm sure you will find more information that will help you. Don't hesitate to leave me a message. I'll be glad to help or point you in the right direction. May God bless you and strengthen you on your journey.